Yo, what is up guys, JayFTW here with a brand new video, and today what I have for you are the top 5 things that I hope Black Ops 3 will fix that Advanced Warfare has not done. So these are going to go from least to greatest, or my biggest reasons, I guess you could say, so let's get right into it. So for number 5 is theater mode, and what the problem with was in Advanced Warfare was that theater mode was not in it, and let's say I got a good gameplay and my Elgato wasn't on. I know there's a flashback recording, but let's say I wasn't using it, there wouldn't be a way to save my gameplay. And the reason they had that like that was just because they wanted the players to be able to use their own, like, let's say Xbox One or the PS4, because those have like recording software. So they were hoping that you could just utilize that, especially how the consoles were new and they just came out. So that's for my top 5. I already know that David Vonderhaar kind of I think they kind of like announced it in a way. Like, I saw this interview from The Race, and they said, oh, will theater mode be back? And he said something weird. He was like, we're Treyarch. Like, it was one of those weird answers, but we're most likely having theater mode back for Black Ops 3, which is actually pretty sick. But that was number 5. Number 4 are the maps, and the multiplayer maps are definitely something that are a big benefactor in how you play the games. And in my opinion, I didn't really like the maps. Some of them just seemed kind of dumb to me, and especially if you're playing by yourself, there's not really much enjoyment because people are always in corners or they're always camping. So one map that I didn't like, for example, was Solar. I know I got a DNA bomb on it, but I just simply did not like that map just because of how it played. When you're playing by yourself, like the original Call of Duty maps, let's say COD 4, if you're playing by yourself, you can still do good, but if you're playing with other people, it just doesn't go as well as it should. So that was number 4, guys, wet maps. And number 3 is definitely something that is a big problem: weapon tuning. So one thing in weapon tuning that kind of goes with my number 2 is, I'll say it later, but one thing that I really have a main issue with is the balancing. And if you guys understand how the guns play in Advanced Warfare, it's absolutely brutal. Like, some of these guns are way worse than others, some of them are way better. I'll tell you the top 3 tier guns: ASM-1, AK-12, and the BAL. It's completely outbalanced. I know it's kind of a pun because of BAL balanced. I know I've heard that before, but those guns just absolutely murder when you're playing against other people, and it's really disgusting in my opinion, because when I want to play my game and enjoy it, I don't want to play against 6 people that are all using BALs with Obsidian Steed or let's say the Inferno, but I'll get into that next. So the one thing that I really hope they will fix is the weapon tunings. Number 2 is also something that has to do with weapons. It's the variants, and I know they kind of announced having your own weapon variants to where you could create your own weapons, but one thing that I did not like at all was having to get a BAL Inferno, AK-12 RIP, or ASM-1 Speakeasy to really do good in these games, because they are dominated by these versions that are out of pure luck, guys. These guns are luck. You have to have your luck in a supply drop to open it, and when you're trying to open supply drops and you just keep on getting these shitty knee pads and all this, in my opinion, that gets so boring, and I hate it. In my opinion, that's all I do. Like, I try to do good with my own guns, but plain and simple, if you're using an ASM-1 and you go against an ASM-1 Speakeasy, you're getting raped. There's no way to actually say it differently. So I hope they remove variants, or they make sure that they're a lot more balanced. They don't give you much more of a uplift in things, because one thing that us Call of Duty players do love is customization. And instead of having it go up 3 in damage, which is completely irrelevant when you're playing Call of Duty, if you have it go up 3 in damage, instead of doing that, make sure we could do something like, let's say, use more customization on our weapons. I already know they're having custom camos, so that's a good thing, guys. It'll be like 64 layers on each side of your gun, but still, give us more customization. That's what Call of Duty really is about. It's about being your own soldier, and all of these CODs have really represented that, and they've just done so poorly. So in my opinion, instead of having all these +3 damage, +2 mobility, which no one even understands, handling, all this stupid shit, just make it cosmetics and make it look nice. So for the number 1 thing they should fix in Black Ops 3 for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is definitely skill-based matchmaking. And In all of my videos, guys, you have heard me complain and complain, ramble, all this stuff for something that honestly shouldn't even be in Call of Duty. So if you don't know what skill-based matchmaking is, or SBMM, that is where they will split you up into games to where you play against the same people that are always in your skill group. And let me just tell you, right out of the box, it's horrible. It doesn't work well at all. You get faced up against sweaty-ass people that will never stop trying. These kids have one of their hands in the Dorito box and the other one on the controller. I'm telling you, these kids are Mountain Dew like guzzlers. That's how bad it is. I'm trying to play a game. They say, oh, get a DNA bomb. It'll be so sick. How the hell can I get a DNA bomb if I'm playing against someone the same rank as me and they're using an Obsidian Steed or an ASM1 Speakeasy? That doesn't make any sense. And in my opinion, all of that is just something they should have never added in the beginning. They shouldn't have had skill-based matchmaking. Or if they did, which Black Ops 2 did have skill-based matchmaking? They can tune it. And also, my deal with reverse boosting. If you don't know what reverse boosting is, it's where you kill yourself to get into easier lobbies. I don't blame them. I mean, honestly, I would do the same thing if you weren't able to get banned. Because I'm getting into these sweaty-ass games with these people who are chugging the Mountain Dew and using their Obsidian Steeds when you could just kill yourself a few times, or not a few, you know what I mean, and you'll get into the easiest games, and you'll enjoy yourself. I know I kind of rambled right there, but you'll enjoy yourself a lot more, and that's really something that they need to fix. They need to make sure that they can make these Call of Duty games as fun as possible, and who cares if you're not playing against people your own skill? Who cares if you're playing against sucky-ass players? If they're sucky, it's not like they're taking the game very seriously, right? So that's basically my opinions. Those were my top 5 things that I would want to see fixed in Black Ops 3 that Advanced Warfare did not fix, and I definitely feel like Infinity Ward can do that. It's Infinity Ward. They always got our backs, guys. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to leave a like and a comment for more.